ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Grant County, West Virginia Matrix Show. I'm your host, Brian Shreve. On today's show, we will be celebrating the 242nd birthday of this great nation. Earlier today, I was in the parade in Petersburg. I threw out Patriot Pops, red, white, and blue lollipop, sold by CandyCreek.com. I highly recommend them. I sampled them before I threw them out. They're really good. They have a wide selection of other lollipops and other candies. Very good company. I'm going to start off by reading something to you. Across America and around the world, on this, the 242nd birthday, the anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776. The birthday of America we celebrate all across the nation. But what are we celebrating? How many people are there just for the fireworks? How many are oblivious to the founding principles on which this nation was based? I am torn between what our forefathers intended for us and what we have actually become. In the councils and meetings of many organizations and people around this world, there is one principle that is 100% alien, absolutely contrary to what our forefathers believed and what true Americans everywhere should believe. The unique idea of the Declaration of Independence as penned by our forefathers was that the recognition that people's rights are granted directly by the Creator and not by the state, and that the people then grant rights to government. The concept is so simple, yet so fundamental and far-reaching that many cannot grasp it. There is a supreme thought that everything sprang from this thought, that it was planned to have order, and indeed it does. They are definite laws called natural laws, the laws of nature that reflect the will of this Creator. Our forefathers said that the Creator, after bringing into existence all the material things in the universe, then created life. After he created life, he gave one particular species the ability to reason, to form original thought, to think. Man, with this ability to reason, endowed man with certain unalienable rights, in that the people give some rights to government for the mutual benefit and protection of the whole of the people, and the people can take these rights away from the government anytime that they want. Rights are not endowed upon the people by government. America's founding fathers embraced a previously unheard of political philosophy which held that people are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. This was the statement of guiding principles for the new nation, and as such had to be translated into a concrete charter for government. The Constitution of the United States of America became the charter. Other forms of government, past and present, rely on the state as the grantor of human rights. America's founders, however, believed that a government made up of imperfect people, exercising power over other imperfect people, should possess only limited powers. And through their Constitution, they wished to secure the blessings of liberty for themselves and for posterity by limiting the powers of government. Through it, they delegated to government only those rights they wanted to have, holding to themselves all powers not delegated by the Constitution. They even provided the means for controlling those powers they had granted to the government. One of the greatest warnings ever issued to the people of this great nation was to stay out of the affairs of foreign nations. not to get entangled in foreign problems. These were the unique American ideas. There's a creator. The creator endowed man with certain unalienable rights, and that we, as a nation, should stay away from foreign entanglements. This is the crux upon which our forefathers cast the future. The world then and the world now are two entirely different places. The ideas and principles which they gave us apply equally as well to this world as they did to theirs. Yet every day we are being told the Constitution is an outdated old document that does not provide for the unseen problems of a modern world that was written by old men 242 years ago. However, anyone who gives any study to the Constitution, to that document, quickly can see that within the document is life. You see, our founding fathers provided that this document, the Constitution of the United States of America, can live forever. It provides within the document a method for us the people, but only through the will of the people, through set methods outlined within the document itself to provide for unseen problems. The fact that we have chosen most of the time not to mess with the document, not to change it, not to call constitutional conventions, and not to frivolously write amendments to that document. Many of the present amendments were not legally and constitutionally created and applied. It means that we the people believe that the document suffices in its form, for we could indeed change it. In fact, we could get rid of it if we so desired. Free people, understanding the roots of our freedom and the protections put in place to prevent a government from taking away our Creator endowed rights, decided to leave it alone. And still I am torn between the world that was then and the world that is now. For from my vantage point, I look out over a nation mostly of ignorant sheeple who do not possess a copy of the Constitution or what we celebrate today, the Declaration of Independence, nor do they know what these documents contain. They have some hazy idea about freedom of speech or separation of church and state, something that doesn't even exist and is not even mentioned in the Constitution. How many of us really understand how different we have become? Well, there you have it, folks. The Constitution is still good today as it was 242 years ago, along with the Declaration of Independence. We just have to learn to adapt as time goes by, but we cannot give up our rights. We have to take a stand against tyranny. And today is a day to remember what our founding fathers done for us and all the other people that fought. Upon completion of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, Benjamin Franklin left the hall. He was greeted on the steps by a reporter from a local newspaper who asked him, "Ben, what have you brought?" Ben Franklin looked him directly in the eye and said this, "A republic, if you can keep it." Very important to remember, we live in a republic, not a democracy. Democracy is socialism. We are a republic. Somewhere along the line, people started saying democracy. I don't know if that started in the education system or where that began, but that is wrong. We live in a republic. And today is a celebration of that republic, the 4th of July. And that's about all I have to say about that. Hope everybody has a safe and happy 4th of July. If you're playing with fireworks, be careful. Watch the little kids around them. Have a good day. Have fun cookout. make some good food. Like I said earlier, I was in the parade today. I will be in the parade the week of the fair, the first week of August, I believe. I'll be in that parade. I'll be throwing out some more Patriot Pops. I have some bumper stickers I'm going to be throwing out. Fluoride. There is poison in the tap water. I plan on doing a video later on fluoride. We are being poisoned. Adolf Hitler, if I'm not mistaken, was the first one to put fluoride in the water. He gave it to the Jews to dumb them down so that they wouldn't fight back and would walk into the gas chambers and stuff. It's a key ingredient in Prozac and rat poisoning. It's a byproduct from aluminum and fertilizer. And we're told that it's good for our teeth, but it's not good for us to ingest. It causes multiple problems. I will be doing a video on that later. But I will be handing out some of these bumper stickers. Fair week. I got these. It says, "In the Fed, arrest the banksters." And I didn't realize until after I got them, got to looking at it, "In the Fed, arrest the banksters." My opponent just happens to work at the bank. I hope he has a sense of humor. Pretty funny. I also have ink pens. If anybody's interested in an ink pen, I'll have those. I have a little magnet business card. Be handing them out fair week at the parade. I plan on doing some other stuff, handing some stuff out. I would really like to get a bunch of these and hand out. These are really nice books called the Citizens Rule Book. It has the Constitution, Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights, jury duty, jury rights, 10 Commandments, Communist Manifesto, jury tampering, just all kinds of information in this little booklet, letting you know what your rights are, stuff like that. Got some nice quotes here on the back. It says, "Government is not reason. It is not eloquence. It is force. Like fire, it is a dangerous servant and a fearful master." George Washington. "The only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing." Edmund Burke. So it's got some really good information in it. Excellent information. So that's all I have for today's show. I haven't done a show in a while. I just want to touch base and let everybody know I'm still kicking. I've been busy. Since Trump got into office, business has been picking up at work. I've been working 10 hours a day. I haven't had overtime in years when Obama was in office. So now I'm getting some overtime. A little bit too much, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. Making a little bit of money. So I've been pretty busy. So I figured I'd do this video. But that's all I have for today. Stay safe and be careful out there, will you? And happy 4th of July.